Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
Finale of part 1.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I've been afraid to watch all of these episodes now. Like, when I say afraid, it's because it's like...
We don't know what's going to happen.
I feel so in the dark.
I know.
Which is like... Especially like after like the last one, it's like makes you think like this is probably what Levi and Hanji are feeling specifically, because those two we've talked about are like kind of in the dark, and in a way like Jean, Connie, all them, Mikasa, Armin, but they were like they at least had a discussion with Eren, as we're like I feel like especially Levi, like because he's been out there with Zeke this whole time and he's just been getting relayed information to him, so he's probably like.
And the only information he got relayed was that Eren broke out.
Right.
And then after that, Zeke turned everybody into Titans and took off running.
Yeah, he deduced that it was the wine, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Now, who knows what's going to go on with them now, because...
Well...
I'm assuming they're both alive.
I'm definitely assuming that Levi's alive. Like, I guess like Zeke can transfer his consciousness like Reiner was able to.
Something like that. Because my whole thought is, and I said it before we started, like, I'm assuming Zeke did that to try and as a way to escape, to try and like hurt. He's like probably, or if I do this, I can. He knows
buy me time to heal, and I can run out of here, maybe,
and hopefully either kill him or hurt him. That's what makes me think he probably at least injured Levi, because if Levi just bounced out of there real quick, he'll just jump back in and get him. So like, what would be the point of it? You know, I don't really know, but.
Plus, we haven't seen anything of, like,
We didn't really have any Eren last time, except, obviously, catching us up on him and Zeke.
Right. And then we didn't see Cart and Reiner in them, right? Or did we?
No. That last one was all Zeke.
So they're definitely in this one.
Up until that very end, yeah. Oh, I would have... Oh, of course, it's the
They
finale
might
now.
even be sneaking in and trying to get... Zeke.
You know why I'm really afraid to watch this one? Because I know the fact that now that we're getting into like, I know we had it last time or in season 3, but like this one, the way, just the tone of this season, like the way there's a part 1 now and we're gonna have a part 2, so you know damn well this one's gonna end on a freaking cliffhanger.
Huge one. Yep.
I'm already dreading it.
Yep. You might pass out. I'm expecting to go get ice cubes to bring you back.
Imagine.
Yeah, you faint.
Right off camera.
I'll keep it going. Don't worry. Okay. I'll hold it up.
You take it off. You're like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so I do want to talk about this because we've
been discussing
it was
all day.
It happened on a freak chance because I was just randomly yesterday going through Netflix and I saw that Attack on Titan season 1 is on there right now. And I'm
I saw that the other day.
In the U.S. it is here. I don't know. I'm assuming they'll eventually plan to put more seasons on there, but I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me just go on there and see, like, now that I've watched it, let me see how the subtitles are, like, you know. Like,
right, yeah.
But I just wanted to...
How the dubbed one is.
Yeah, I was just looking for something to put on kind of while I eat, so I rewatched the first episode, and right immediately, like, you have that little opening scene where they show everyone staring at Colossal, and then it goes right into Eren waking up. But he has all these visions or memories. You see, I think I told you off camera, it was like a kid's room, it seemed like, with like a couple dolls or something. And then you see Grisha's... No, you see Dinah as in her Titan form, like coming down. And then you see his mom getting taken, all that. And then he wakes up. And Mikasa goes... So, mind you, I'm watching this yesterday, and I'm not thinking at all, like, what the timeline is here. And I'm like... Oh, yeah, he's just having those memories from when his dad turned him into a Titan. I'm like, wait a minute. Because then, like, 5 minutes later, he goes home with Mikasa, and Grisha's there. I'm like,
right.
I mean, so I paused it. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, am I missing something here? And I texted you, and I was like, how is Eren having those memories? He hasn't been turned into a Titan yet.
Right. And
then we talked off camera a little bit about it. You said... Maybe you're thinking, possibly, it's because...
Yeah, it's a possibility, right? Like, we don't know, but, like, because Grisha was already a Titan when he gave birth to... But, like, I don't know why that would...
I'm glad I found this.
Because Grisha wouldn't have had that memory.
Right. Eren was seeing...
For the future. right?
All right, so can I give one?
Yeah.
You're annoyed because I didn't want to tell you my point, like my theory off camera. It's not even a theory. It's just like, it's an idea that I want to see what you think. Like, and I haven't thought this out. Like I said, I just figured this out yesterday. I'm like thinking like, could it be like, because I thought back to when the owl had that moment where he was like, you have to do this to save Armin, Mikasa, and I forget what other names he said, but, and whatever. And I'm like, that when we had that, I was like, oh, we were like, oh, is there like some kind of like, how is he seeing like into the future? Like, how does he know those names? That was, and there's something to that, I think. Maybe Aaron's doing something right now, or has been, that gave him those memories back then.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing. I thought of that scene with the owl, because I was like, is there anything, did they ever touch on anything like time related? Like, and that was the only time we ever really saw anything like that. You know?
Yeah.
That's just the extent of what that thought I had. I don't really know where to go with that. You know?
Yeah, because like, how would... how would that happen?
Right.
Because then if that's the case, then that would mean that you would always kind of know who the next Titan's going to be.
What do you mean? Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, okay.
there's would be a potential like that. You would know, like, oh, this is gonna be like I'm the next.
I don't know. Maybe he's not intentionally giving him the memories. I think it might just be a side effect, like because once he gets the because why would he get his own memories, future memories?
Well, the only other thing is they are all. And subjects of Ymir.
And when he wakes up...
So, like, there's a chance that, like, they can all get those memories. Because they all are Ymir's, ultimately, memories, right? She created this race of people. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, who honestly knows?
I don't think anyone could do it. I think you have to be... It has something to do with...
No, I'm just saying, as an Eldian, maybe memories can be awoken in you or something. Like somehow,
well, we know
there's a potential for you to be connected to that.
So we also talked off camera after we had that discussion about the memories thing, like because that kind of leads into him. Is he really going to be on board with Zeke's plan like he says he is? I don't think so. What I honestly think is happening is I think Zeke. Eren knows he needs to use Zeke to release...
To control him.
Just to get them, to break them free. And Zeke needs Eren to create this euthanization plan and not let them have...
To break him free and to be able to control him. He has to be touching he has to touch the founding. He has to touch a royal.
I know, I'm talking about Zeke, though. I'm saying, from Zeke's point of view, his plan is that he needs Eren for that.
No, I know. First you had said Eren needs Zeke.
I know, and I'm saying then
But Zeke but Eren also needs him to be able to control them once he releases them, because I don't think he would be able to control him by himself without him.
Yeah.
He needs a royal blood.
Well, then how did he... Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Well, I think that, it all goes hand in hand, I think. Right. But what I'm thinking is, I think Eren's in the time, because don't forget, there's been a decent amount of time now from when him and Zeke had that talk. Essentially, that was the last time I think they technically saw each other, you know, face to face and had a talk. But so in that time, don't forget, Eren's ingested the Warhammer Titan, so he's got all of the Warhammer's memories now, or he's at least been downloading them in this time. And that's a lot. That's important because we know how closely connected the Founding was to the why am I forgetting the name?
Ackermans?
No.
Reese's?
The Warhammer.
Tybors?
Tybors, yeah.
Yeah.
We know how closely it was them and the Founding that Fritz's that started this whole, not started it, but like that caused the separation.
That caused it, right. Yeah, they're the reason for all of this.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, and I think it's because of the Tybor family, and I guess and probably he knew. No, because it had to have been the Warhammer download that caused him to be so crazy to Mikasa and them. Because when he got the Founding, he would have then known what the Ackermans' purpose was when they were created.
Also, don't forget, Eren's not telling us we don't know anything Eren sees.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't tell you anything.
No, but I'm saying what would cause him to be so brutal to Mikasa and Armin.
There's gonna be Well, I honestly think it's one of two things with that. I think it's either one, or it could be a blend. One, he's either doing that, like later on, we're going to see there's going to be a plot in the story. We're going to be like, oh, that's why, like we talked about last time. That's why he like was talking to them like that. Like, it eventually came to this. Or it's that, like we were initially thinking too, like he's, because of all these memories, it's just, he's seen too much now, like that he's Aaron's there, but not really, you know? Like, that's why he sounds like that. It
seems like he is, because that's why he's saying, like, I'm operating on my own free will.
And what's interesting, too, in the first episode of the first season, he says, right when they're walking in after he wakes up, and then he's talking to Hannes and the other guys, and they're all drinking, and he's giving them shit for it.
Yep.
He's like, you guys don't even know how to fight them? Like, then we're nothing better than cattle. And he goes on that whole spiel right off the bat. I'm like, This is crazy. Like, because then that last episode, he said the same thing. He goes, I'm free, but you guys are all like livestock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and we've been wondering, like, all right, Aaron, if that's the case, are you going to do something about it? Yeah. That's what makes me think he's not going to be on board technically with Zeke's plan. I think he has something else in mind. The case is, though, is it going to be a good thing or a bad thing? Hmm. And is he 100% certain that he's right about whatever he's doing? Well,
I think whatever he does, he's going to
think he's right.
In his mind, he's 100% set on it. And he's correct.
All right, let's quit wasting time and watch this.
Okay.
Do you guys want to watch the next episode early? Go check out our Patreon. We have that there as well as full length. That was the explosion, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yep, she knew. I think Levi's going to be, like, injured or something. Who was that?
I don't know.
Ew.
Oh, no, he can still control him, I guess.
Oh, he's putting him... Oh, my God. That is horrifying and kind of weird and cool in a way. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That was
I don't know what he's doing. Just storing him to hide him?
I would imagine. Oh, of course. And maybe it keeps him safe somehow. Or, like, I don't know. But yeah, I would imagine you're right. It has to be that.
What about if they kill him? Like, if they killed that Titan, won't he burn up?
Well, I'd imagine he's still going to heal in there no matter what. Did he consciously do that? You know? Because he seemed pretty
messed up. But I mean, he was talking to himself, so like...
Yeah, but he was like on death's door, it seems
you
like.
Might just have to think it.
Oh, he had a choice. Which is pretty much what he said, you know? Don't blame him either. It seems like. Yeah, really. It's like you knew, but you didn't, you know? Right. That's exactly what she said. Love that guy. Nothing better happened to him. I always forget that he's the Colossal. Yeah, that is the problem.
Right.
It's so limited.
It's massive destruction.
Right.
It's a nuclear bomb.
But I like Gene. I'm hoping Gene's probably trying to figure it out.
Jean?
Yes. Thank you. Good boy. Nobody knows the real reasons. How dare you? Do it. Oh shit! I was not ready for that. Alright, Yelena. Even though you're a freak. It was not bad. She's, yeah, you have to remember, everything she says is everything Zeke's thinking, you know? Feeling bad. I like that. What? Is that Pete? Cart, yeah. This is such a bold move to do this. God damn, Carty. Damn. I'm so nervous now.
I think he already got it done.
You think he just has a cut all the time?
始祖の巨人を殺すことは許可されてない。命令は必ず始祖を奪還せよだ。あんたは一旦巨人になってから俺を生かしたまま食わなくちゃいけない。
はい、撃てません。あなたを食べることも本当無理あ
I
る
think
と
this
思う
was
し。
part of their plan, though, for her to go and turn herself in.
Maybe.
もうライフルを下ろして。
Not buying it.
だとしたら何が望みだ。
マーレおよび世界から支配されているエルディア人の解放。
I hope she's honest.
死ぬ前に一人残される父に私の手でエルディアの明るい未来を見せたい。そのた
I
め
think there's some truth to it.
マーレを叩き潰す必要がある。
I think it's definitely
私は
true.
何でも協力する。私たちはマーレ人。
It's a good question.
何だと思う？私たちは
You're Eldians.
違う。善良なエルディア人であることを証明し続けても私たちが解放される日は来ない。
That's what's killing me, though, because she's saying all this truthful stuff, but, like, I find it hard to believe.
あんたがこっちに協力するってんなら何か証拠を見せろ。
この建物の屋上に行けばすぐに指をさせる。
That only needs just a tiny little cut like that.
I love how good. He's so terrifying, it's good.
巨人がいることで存在する苦しみが生じなくなるのです。
Except, you know, you wipe everyone out.
いや、待て、安らか
Yeah, really.
地ならしの抑止力を行使できるよう始祖と王家の継承維持が不可欠なままです。
You know that's gonna keep getting messed up.
古代の神々がそうであるように。そして二人は死後も救世主として人類
She's not wrong. Like if they were, to, like that's how the world would feel. But in order to do that, you're killing all the Eldians.
感動いたしました。
I think he's lying.
それはよかった。
すぐに来てください。侵入者が。
What? Yeah, what was that with Armin?
I don't know.
Was that something with Berthold coming through?
下手に巨人化すればその子は粉々だろう。
安心して。この子もすぐに分かってくれる。
Something's up. I'm telling you, Cart. Everything she said was true, but she's still leading them into a trap or something.
脊髄液入りのワインが口に入ったって話だ。
まさかあの時ガビ
She's realizing.
私のせいでまたあなたになら特別な能力の秘密も話したんじゃないの。例えばその秘密が始祖の巨人の力を引き出すこととつながっているとか。
I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
示せ。敵はどこにいる。
Oh god.
そこ。
Told you. Oh, here we go with the music. That means Reiner's coming. Oh shit. Oh, Galliard. Oh, he got his leg. Ah, I was waiting for this. He's still the coolest, I think.
He is.
Him and Reiner are the best.
Marley's there.
Damn it.
私はマーレを信じてない。
Alright.
私は一緒に
Fair
戦
enough.
ってきた仲間を信じている。
始祖の巨人だ。
He's so cool. I think Reiner wants a rematch.
ここで奴を終わりにしてやる。
That's not
Look
like
at this.
very smart thinking.
ライナー。
Unbelievable.
For real, like
I saw it coming. Just the build
I
up.
forgot actually that this was the finale.
it kept dawning on me mid.
How long did they wait between part 1 and part 2?
Somebody will let you know in the comments.
I
I'm sure.
know. That's awful to do to somebody.
I'm sure it was a
He's
while.
transformed and right. But, like, what are they going to... I mean, they have to have some kind of trickery up their sleeve. Like,
We shouldn't be surprised, though. Think about it. Most of this season, besides the little sliver of those 3 or 4 in the mid, like early on, where Aaron came into
Marley.
Liberia, like the last bunch of them were there wasn't a lot of action at all in this.
No.
But that's what season 1 or season 3,
Other than,
part
right,
1 was mostly like there was a bunch of them or a couple of them that had crazy action, and then most of it was more like settle down, putting pieces all over. And I think that's what this is going to be like. I think the second half of this now is just going to be all-out war and craziness. Think how much shit that one episode, that whole episode is all set up for part 2.
For part 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they put all the pieces there. We know where Zeke is now. Well, in his stomach somewhere. No idea where Levi is. We got nothing on him in that one.
No.
All we saw was, for that split second in the very first scene, was when Hanji, Flock, and them
are going in that direction.
But who knows if he'll even be there. Levi should be there.
Well, they should find Levi, right. That's what I was thinking, too.
I'm sure he'll probably be, like, banged up or something. I don't know. And then, I feel like it was almost too obvious that Cart was doing something.
Yeah.
You know, like... But at the same time, it was confusing because what she was saying, I felt she really believed
She does mean it.
I think she does. And like I've been saying, I think Reiner, specifically Reiner, and I think Gabby's going down that path the same way Reiner did, where he knows that too. Like, he's accepted that. I think she's accepted that. But right now, this is the best chance they have. They know they can't trust Aaron ever. And obviously Zeke now. So, they're just what she said. I know I can't trust them, but the people that I'm fighting with, I do trust them.
Right,
like
I've been
soldiers,
fighting with them.
You know?
Right. But it did kind of seem like what she was telling Aaron about Zeke was the first Aaron had kind of ever really thought about it. Like where she had kind of like gotten to him a little bit, right?
How does he not know about Dinah? He knows about who Dinah is.
Yeah, he knows who Dinah is, but...
So then he should be able to deduce, oh, well, if obviously he knows who Zeke's mom is, right? Obviously. If he has all of Greece's memories too?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he know that he could... Does she mean like he doesn't... Maybe they're specifically talking about, I'm sure someone will tell in the comments, does she mean like you don't know about his power in terms of, and Aaron's saying he doesn't, in terms of like how does he control them?
I think that's what she was talking about. Because she was saying like...
That has to be, because we've been wondering that too.
She was saying like, you're not using the founding power, like where's Zeke? Like, haven't you thought it was weird? Right? That's what she was talking about?
Well, she was asking...
That was when she said that?
No, she asked where Zeke was like right after that discussion, because they were walking up the stairs, and she said, like, I always knew Zeke was a liar, and I confirmed it back then when I saw you on the rooftop, because the fact that you just told me you don't know about his power either.
Yeah, I thought you would have been the one that you would have told.
But I feel like also Aaron could just be telling her that. Because in my mind, I feel like Aaron knows, like, I don't want to say everything, obviously, because otherwise he would have saw it coming, but, like, something like that, he has to know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He did say in the one that, like an episode or two ago when he was like, yeah, talk to Zeke, like, he knows more about Titans than anybody.
And we kind of got a good idea why, but, like, there's two questions. Why is he keeping it a secret, and what is he keeping a secret? Is it specifically the fact that he can control them, and we don't know how he does that?
I guess.
Because so, like, him and Historia technically have the same blood, so can she do that? You know, like, why is he able to do it?
She would just have to be, I think, a Titan.
Well,
it's when the royal bloodline becomes a pure Titan. Or a Titan. You know what I mean?
It's so Zeke's confusing.
Because it wasn't until Dinah was turned that he was able to...
Well, he was able to...
control him. Aaron. When he touched Dinah.
Oh, yeah.
She was
yeah. I thought you were talking about Zeke. But why would he be able to control them?
Because he's a Titan.
I know, but... okay.
You know what I mean?
But, so again... Alright, so then that can't be it. So what doesn't Aaron know? What is Zeke lying about? Or is he just telling...
She was just saying he's been telling lie after lie. I don't know. I don't know
couldn't
what the power was.
I couldn't tell if Eren
I
was.
thought it was you could control him though. I'm pretty sure that's.
They didn't specifically say. She just said the founding or the talking about. Go back to the scene. I just want to see what she said.
Like, was it his blood?
Well, yeah, they're specifically talking about. What I'm saying is they didn't.
Was she talking about his blood in the wine though? Is what I mean. I think it's for his spinal fluid to turn him. That's all she says. They don't say anything else about it.
Oh, so they're talking about
Why his spinal fluid is able to turn him? Maybe the spinal fluid is I don't know.
So she's talking about why is he able to use his spinal fluid and then yell, and I thought that was a part of the beast's power though.
I don't think it is.
What is the beast's power?
He uses that in human form.
Well, then what is the beast's power?
Throwing.
That's it? Seems weird.
Why?
That's it?
Yeah. It's a devastating thrower.
I guess. But like, that is weird. Why would nobody know? And why would he keep that like that's obviously huge. Like, did he like since he like is that something him and the doctor figured out before maybe? Like, and he didn't tell anyone about it? Like, oh, I created because he was a doctor, right? He called him doctor, I think. Well, we know he was like a researcher at least. Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if he came up with something like that, or had and
very possible. But
and he gave it to
I think now that she mentioned it, like we're gonna find out about it.
But is it? But I feel like it's. But so the doctor did know who. I think eventually he knew about the royal blood. Before he died, I think.
Well, because the only other time we've ever seen spinal fluid is from Reese.
Yeah, but that was just...
He had his own. And other than that, it's only been him and Zeke.
We also don't know who's that. Did he say that was his spinal fluid, Reese?
No, not that it was his. He just had it. I don't know where he got it from.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't matter. But for some reason, Zeke's able to just yell and turn everyone into a Titan when he's not even in Titan form. I think maybe that's, like you said, that's got to be what they're talking about, because we had been wondering that a while back. Like, well, how is he able to do that, like, in human form? We figure if he's in Titan form and he yells, then maybe.
And I think he's able to then, like, suppress them, because remember when they were injecting him with the needles, they would turn right away.
Yeah, right. And don't forget, like, what was it, 2 episodes ago when Hanji said, I know Zeke is up to or he's lying about what did she say? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She said something, we were like, oh, that is weird. Like, why would he be lying about that? And it had something to do with, the people freezing up. You mentioned
Yeah, he mentioned that because he wanted to trick them so that he could give them the wine. But he wanted them to think that there was a way for them to know if they had come
But that's what Hanshi said. She goes, is he lying or is he not? We don't know.
Right.
Whatever he told us, we don't know if that's true or not.
And then even Levi said it even also.
Well, yeah, because
he was like, what? He's like...
Well, because when Zeke was telling Levi the story, initially, he said that the gas makes them instantly freeze up. Then when Hanji was listening to it, she was like, well... How do we know if that's true or not? Because nobody here froze up when they drank the wine. Mm-hmm. But it was wine compared to gas, so who knows?
Well, it's just a spinal fluid, is what he was saying.
But it's in gas form or in liquid form. So
yeah, but the way Zeke had said it was just, if it gets into you, like that's how you know, because they become like frozen.
But they didn't. It
was a lie. Zeke made that up so that he could.
But they didn't, because remember the people pulling out the plane were frozen.
Yeah, but Zeke I think Zeke can control him.
To freeze him like that?
I think Zeke could probably do whatever he wants once his spinal fluid. Because why else would everybody else feel tingly? Like, you know what I mean? When he transformed.
It's almost like he has a bit of the founding Titan power in him. Like, we know that obviously, but like he can access it once somebody has the spinal fluid in them, right?
Maybe.
Or if they're a
Is
Titan.
That even a founding Titan power? That's not a founding Titan power. We don't know what the founding Titan powers are.
Yeah, we do.
What?
It's they can control their organic. They can change the organic matter inside. He can control all Eldians essentially.
True, yeah.
But if you have the
with the
bloods, which Eren obviously, so that's where we left off. But what I'm thinking though is like maybe I don't know. I could sit here for hours talking about that. But like I don't want to forget about like just the end of this episode, because like now I want to try and figure out, like, okay, so this isn't the global invasion, right? Because this is too soon. This is, I think, just what Marley has, right?
I would assume.
Because last time we saw them, that was their last plan.
Yeah.
Obviously, we saw Cart in with her hood up. Remember, she was sitting on the thing.
Yeah. Right, but I mean, what else? had to, unless they brought like the cannons and stuff. Like, what's Reiner gonna do?
Because what do they have? They have Reiner. So the biggest advantage that they have right now is that Armin is locked up.
Right.
Not that it matters. He can easily.
And the only other one was the surprise attack, and now that's gone. So.
Which we were talking about back when we were like, all right, well, what are they going to do? Are they going to
Right. But in a straight on like head-on attack, there's no chance Reiner can beat Eren.
Well, obviously we know that there's going to be. They have some. They know something.
Right. They got something.
But don't forget, like I said, Eren's forces are weak right now because he only has half. He only has the people that are on his side.
I know.
Everyone else isn't. So it's just him, and you don't have Mikasa, you don't have Levi, you don't have anybody.
But he's He's got Warhammer and attack.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you have
because like he could pretty much stand there and like probably take out the ships with
you have 3. Yeah, but he can only do one at a time. These Titans, you can't. That'd be all 3 at once.
Yeah, just as Warhammer. I'm saying he could just shoot those things up and like impale the ships. I don't know how they can go, but
I don't know if it's that easy. But it's also interesting that I didn't think about that. So if he's in attack form here. Obviously.
Yeah.
Do you think he only goes into attack form, but he can access?
I think so. That's how I see it.
That's what I just dawned on me.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
As I was saying it. So
I don't think he like switches.
Like he doesn't have to be like, all right, I'm going to turn into the Warhammer. like going.
No, I don't think so.
That makes more sense.
But who knows?
Well, that could be wrong, but that seems to make sense.
Right.
Because I don't want him to. I want him to look like he looks so freaking cool.
He just keeps getting more and more jacked.
I know we're not supposed to be rooting but we're also not supposed to be rooting for Marley either. So it's like
no, right.
I'm just rooting for certain. Well,
because I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be, like you said, like an ulterior motive, that and Eren, even like how Armin said, like or who said it? Was it Connie?
Do you think?
Like why would he say it? Why would
Jean? Yes. So like of all the people, I'm surprised it was him. But I'm hoping that puts like a. We'll get to the other thing with Armin in a second because I do want to touch on that. But like, of all the people, for him to say it, like that was, I'm glad.
Yeah, well, because it's weird to it was weird to us. It's weird to everybody. Like, how are you treating Armin and Mikasa like this?
That's what makes me think it. Like we said, it's either he had to do it for some weird reason, or we'll know why later on, and it won't be as bad, or he was. Not
or he's gone insane, right?
But I don't think it's that. I don't think he is insane.
He wouldn't do it. I don't think so either.
But I don't know.
But right, but like some of his actions are
because he is so goddamn composed. That's what makes him cool now.
Super composed.
And I love it. Like he's never like when she walked in and he just put his head to the ground. I was like, oh my god.
I know. Like,
and then when he just had his finger cut and he goes, okay, and then he went, that was so cool.
So wild his power.
But like, all right, you know who I'm rooting for? The people that are locked up.
Yeah.
The ones that are in the complete. Just like us that don't know what's going on. You can't blame them.
Right.
Which is why it makes it more confusing that he said the shit he did.
That's why, because like they're making us they're putting us in their shoes. Like so they you know what I mean? And so like they could switch. And we know who knows, man.
We've been saying it since day one with this show. Like they love the creator loves to like make you view it through certain viewpoints from certain groups of characters. Right now we're still with
the people.
We've been with the same people the whole time, but we're still seeing it through the vision. Now it's just a less of a group. Yep. It's just we're losing people, and we're still seeing it through Mikasa, Armin, Connie, Jean. You know, like all of them. But real quick before we finish, like I want to touch on the Armin thing. Why do you think he was crying?
I kind of see. I felt like he was like setting her up. But like then I'm not sure. Like it kind of seemed like he
for a split second I was like, is he just about to just turn into the Colossus right now and just go crazy? But like, obviously, like he wouldn't do that. But like. It's either something to do with maybe Berthold. I don't know. That wouldn't make sense because he didn't. I don't think he really knew Yelena that well.
No.
And then
I don't know, man.
That's tough to.
No, they left us with a lot of questions.
Oh,
a lot of questions.
Well, we should have known because the last two answered a lot of questions for us.
Yeah.
So we'll let it slide this time. Let it slide. I liked it though because now I'm really excited to watch
the next
season.
I'm super excited.
And guess what? We're watching the next one today, so I don't have to wait. Because that would have sucked to have to wait.
Yeah.
Even a couple days, I wouldn't.
That's why I can't wait for somebody to tell us how long they had to wait when this was released.
My guess is it's at least
several months.
I was going to say minimum a year.
Oh, you think so?
With this show, yeah. That's why everyone's even saying right now, like there is going to be a part 3 to the season, but like
who knows when it's going to come out?
Because I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like I saw somebody comment saying that there was almost like I'm pretty sure it was a big gap between these. Long. I feel like I heard a lot of people complaining about that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. I don't know. Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.